Alright, hello my friends. Now some of you have noticed that I had a lot of comic book content, and now I've got more card content in comparison to what I had. That's a combination of things. One is I've been getting really into some of my other hobbies, the cars, the toys, certain things, and I'm about to probably cut my comic book collection in half. I'm trying to go back to what it was when I was a kid, just adding in the stuff that I was missing. But with that being said, that's just an update on my channel. There's still going to be comic books, but eventually it's going to be less of certain things. I'm just kind of weed down. But I'll show you what I got in those last 3 boxes real quick. And then each of these will be a video of its own. One, you sent me these World of Warriors. I have no idea what that is. I just thought it looked more interesting. It says it's only at Toys R Us, so I'm not sure I'll be opening that. May have to try to pick me up another. This all comes from David Adams. Now, picked up 2 boxes of the Women of Marvel. Let me show the DC ones first, since they're in the way there and that way. These are, if you know, Upper Deck originally was the one doing all the Marvel stuff. However, now Topps is about to start it. So they threw out a ton of stuff. In the process of throwing it all out, they ended up not being able to get it out on shelves fast enough. So they dumped a bunch of stuff over on David Adams, in which they now have on sale. So again, these boxes usually end up being what they are or more than they are. Some of them, especially the next one I'll show you, is more. So picked up 2 of these, got a 3rd one coming. Our Wolverine boxes, picked up 2 of these, and again I got 1 more of these coming. I'm a big Wolverine fan, but again, those get expensive if you want to get too crazy with it. Picked up these 2 Avengers. Again, I had bought some packs of those, found that I could actually buy them by the box pretty cheap that way. And then picked up 2 of the Women of Marvel. Those actually are, between them, I gotta see what the others look like, but are some beautiful cards. Nice looking, a lot of parallels and all this kind of stuff. Not big into that as much as I am just they are some absolutely beautiful cards. You'll notice that they all come with little hangers, like they're being displayed in the store, because supposedly, at least I could say, the Women of Marvel and the Avengers were all planned to go into the stores like at a Walmart and other stuff. So, with that being said, I'm going to start with a box of Women of Marvel. That's who I'm breaking out first. I'm going to pause long enough to move everything and get my display set up. My goal is to open 1 box per day as I go through and put a video up of each day until I get all of them done. I will probably try to get a number of videos shot, because again, I do have stuff going on, so that way I can post them. I do want to get to the Wolverine, one of my favorites, but the Women of Marvel was some beautiful stuff. Each of them, I'll read out what the odds are, but when we come back, we'll see what we can get. Alright, here we go. Now for you, it was only a matter of a second, but for me, it actually ended up being a little bit more, because I go run and get my glasses so I can kind of touch on the odds. Now, as you see, they're in these hanger packs. Let me put one over there. They're in these hanger packs with each of them have 6 cards. Now there is sketch cards in these and some of that can happen. So again, let's look at, this is our odds. So if you want to pause that and read that, like I said, I've gotten, the big one I got was the metal one I got out of that. Now the odds of a sketch card is 1 in 384. Connecting links 1 in 48, which those are just kind of odd that way to me because they're so hard to get that way. Your copper, your red, your alternate universe ones are a little bit harder to get. Sketch cards are. Like I said, the metal ones were hard that way. So again, gonna pop these open and let's see what we got going on. Alright, first box, first pack. And again, I'm trying to build the base set for this and maybe nail some of the good ones with this. No, how about that? I'm going to move this forward for you guys. There we go. So we got a Spitfire. Those of us who know will love her from the Invaders. Elektra. Again, if you notice the silver to them, these are the base cards. There is numbered parallels out of these. There's Jubilee. Now she's starting to look like a girl in her 20s now, the way they got her. Dark Star. And our Psylocke. And out of this one, we have a Mantis red parallel. So again, each parallel as it is. And again, I've seen a lot of new people there that I don't have, so again, that helps me complete the base set. All the parallels and stuff are neat, but like I said, if I get a big card out of that, it's fantastic. But my goal is really just to try to complete the base set and then have some fun with the other stuff. Alright. Seeing some duplicates here because we're talking about Emma Frost. I want to say I have her. I apologize because this has a little bitty gap in the back when my cards fall down. There is Glee, which I know I've got that card already. And then we have Nico Mundro. Not real sure about her. Should be one I don't. Oh, now see. And this is the base of Mantis, like the red one was. It's just the base. And here's a beautiful card. Magic. That would be another one I need. Now, these are battle time cards. There's like 25 in this set. And of course, you can do the different parallels with that too, with the red and all the other colors and stuff. So far, the battle time and the red parallel is our biggest ones out of there. And again, Marvel has tons of art to pull from, so when Upper Deck could do these, based out of everything I've heard other people say, there is no original art in these. These are all being pulled from regular stuff that is out there. So, is Mirage, which I have. So, and this is Aurora. Now this is one I don't have. It's Moondragon. Again, I've got another box of these coming, so if I just happen not to complete these, I'll have another one. And Hope Summer with her giant gun. And this is a Storm versus Callisto, but it's in copper. You can tell by the card. So again, each of these have, like I said, there's like 3 different colors you can pull. And each one, I think the green is the only one that's numbered. And I think you only get guaranteed a number a couple at the best, maybe 1 or 2. So I don't expect to nail those that quick. And again, since we love the women of Marvel, here's American Chavez. Here is Villa Vel. Again, she looks like a Kree, so Dazzler. That would be a new one for me. Here is Spectrum. That was a new one too. Now, I'm going to say this is probably her rookie card, but this is, I got to go back and look. I could be wrong, that's why I'll look it up eventually and find out, but Elsa Bloodstone. Trying to remember, I think she might have had another card. If you go to the non-sports card database, you look up a set. I don't know how many of y'all do this, but you can look over to the side, like say Scooby-Doo. I look up Scooby-Doo, like cars that Scooby-Doo's in, and then click on the Scooby-Doo button. It'll show me all the cars that Scooby-Doo's been in. Now, out of those, Scooby-Doo's, I think, got like 94 cards from back when his first card up to now currently that he's in. And again, that's why I say you can do that. Now, here is Monumental covers. And that one, those are more hard to get a hold of cards. And again, that's another insert in all of this. This is A-Force number 1. So, again, so out of that, we got that copper one, that one, and the Monumental covers. So, alright. So not bad. I think not doing too bad with our sets. I think it'd be fun. One of the ones that I've seen in here I really want is the Black Cat. That's a beautiful looking card. Not that all of them aren't. There's most of them are just really cool. And, also there's a Sheena, the She-Devil one. So I really want that one. Here's a Mockingbird, which is a new card for me. Here's a Boom Boom. She looks different than she used to. I think somebody even mentioned that at the time. Here is Moonstone. I like her old costume better than that. I don't know why they went with that kind of costume. Oh, and here is my girl. Yes. And the She-Devil. I just like it because she is truly the Tarzan of the ladies. Namorita. If you can't, and hopefully I'll get Namor in the other one. I can have my two aquatic ones, and another monumental cover. So, good deal. Grabbed 2 of those so far. And again, once I get as much of this as I can get done, the next step will be to buy up or fill in anything that I'm missing. And hopefully I'll have the base set and a bunch of the other. I'm not trying to get all the parallels. I think those are a little too much for me to try to mess with. They go pretty deep is all I'm trying to say. You have to get a whole nother set of blue, a whole nother set of copper. And unless I just have a real close to putting that together, that's kind of much. Now, they did give Angela an actual card in this one, so that's pretty cool. Polaris. And this is Rachel Gray, which I did get that one already, so as well as this Domino. However, this Pepper Potts is new, so got a chance to get a Pepper Potts. Now, I did get the Battle Time one, but it is a blue parallel of the Battle Time, so that's actually pretty good. Again, as I complete these, my goal will be to get all of the Women of Marvel set complete. And I got a metal card in. I bought 4, something like 4 packs or something like that. So I didn't buy anywhere close to a true box, but it was definitely something with it. And all right, Echo, which I have. Dazzler, I have. So again, and I counted that I'd at least get 30 or so of this. Repeats. Link. And Rogan, which I have. Now, some of these I could have, I may have that one in a blue, so I'm not 100%. Now, this is a She-Hulk, which I don't have. Now, this one is actually a very big hit for this. This is a numbered card. This is card 462 of 499. This is alternate universe ones. This is Scarlet Witch. Now that one is a very nice card. And if you look, see the numbering right there on the side. And again, there's this is AU8, so there's not as many of those. Eventually I'll have to look up and see exactly how rare the alternate ones are. I think they are pretty scarce in comparison, so that was actually real good. Some of these come only 1 in a box, if they do. Some, like the metal one I got was probably 1 in a case at the rate it is. Alright, so we're going with Quake. Don't have that one. Nebula. Don't have that one. Captain Marvel. Don't have that one. How about this one? A little bit of Ghost Spider, which definitely don't have yet. like to get that and something like that. Got the Sherry. And last but not least, I did get another Memento cover. So again, so far, got 3 of those. So they're not like as rare as the others, the alternate covers and stuff is, but they are at least enough that in so many packs. So I got to look at how many's in that. Again, I try to go in and figure out how many's in each thing, but like I said, there's a lot. When you start looking at blue parallels and green parallels and red parallels and all right. Well, all right. Let's start out with Crystal. That's a new one. Talisman. That's a new one. Didn't know they were still using her in comics. And then one of my faves, done in blue, and got the fro, Misty Knight. Gotta love Misty Knight. Now, this is what I seen happen to somebody else. This is literally a base of the battle time. This is Polaris versus Magneto battle time. And then finally, this is Iron Man versus Spectrum. Again, 3 battle time cards in one thing. So, and again, there's 25 in that set. So, give and take that, so far, it's probably equated to almost 1 per pack at the rate I'm going. So I feel pretty good about the odds for this. I'm going to try to get this done in just over 30 minutes. I know I had the intro was a little longer, but I wanted to let everybody know what I'm planning on doing as I do it. And all right, we have Mystique. I believe I do have that, but I know I have this one, Big Bertha. This is Singularity. That's a new one. I don't know who is, but I knew who Valkyrie is. And Sharon Carter. And then this is the copper of X-23. Nice looking card. I like that one. Might have to find me an X-23 toy just to go with that, to be able to display the card with the toy. That's a pretty sweet card. Now, I'm sure I could find one based on the fact that she was in a movie, so, Alright, we have Medusa, Enchantress, which is new. Both of those are. Kitty Pryde, I think that one I already had. Then we have Rhea Hill, that one's new. And definitely Silver Sable is new. And then another Memento cover. This is number 22, so it's a pretty good amount of these, but that is the first appearance of the Black Cat. And if you notice, I haven't got the Black Cat yet, and I've got 1 pack left, so, send me some prayers, because I'd like to get her out of the way now and work my way with the rest of the stuff. Alright. Now, I'll go with Jubilee, which we've seen. So that is a repeat of. Dark Star, repeat. This one is not. This is Spider-Woman. Now, I'm not 100% sure why they want to stick the baby in there, even if the baby is important in her life, because it really kind of kills the picture of her being Spider-Woman, but that's just me. Another Misty Knight, so I know that's a reprint. Now, this is pretty interesting how this happened. Here's my Spitfire, which I already do have. However, I got a Spitfire with a blue parallel, so it sort of balanced out. Alright, that was it. That was the first box of Women of Marvel. Hopefully you enjoyed it. I got another box I'll be doing. I'm not going to do Women of Marvel. The next one I post, I'm going to go through each individual one, the Avengers, Wolverine, and DC. I probably will post a video of Women of Marvel, post a video of the Avengers, post a video of the Wolverine, and of the DC one. And then the next day we'll try to post the other 4, and then I'll be waiting on the other boxes to get here to post some more. So, I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you're enjoying my content. I hope that you are thoroughly enjoying this as much as I am. I've been enjoying going through cards again, having fun with it, making it part of my passion again to enjoy cards. This kind of fit within some of the budgets of some of the stuff that I said, okay, I can do this. But I'm really focused on a lot of the older ones, as you've seen some of my other videos. So I appreciate everybody. Appreciate all you do. Appreciate all the thumbs up, likes, subscribes, the people watching the shorts like crazy. And have a fantastic day, guys.